Hello, and thank you so much for joining me again for my wellness vlog. I am happy to bring forth another entry for the fitness portion of our wellness. So today I will kind of go over my week, and how my week has been fitness wise. And I'll give you a little sneak peek as well on what that looked like for me in real time. So again, thank you for joining. If you have not yet subscribed, I ask that you will please hit the subscribe button down below. There's also a bell icon down below as well that will, if you tap it, it will allow you to know when I do another entry, and you'll be able to get a chance to watch it at your leisure, but you'll know that it's out there. On the weekends is when I'll try my best to bring my fitness portion of the journey to you, but then during the week, I may slip in a vlog shorty, as I call them. A vlog shorty is really just what I call a short version of my vlog. Hopefully, I talk a lot, so hopefully a short version of my vlog where I just kind of discuss like one topic, one item, one product, one company, whatever the case may be, and keep the conversation just around that one thing. So check out my shorties as well throughout the middle of the week as well. So again, this week I will say I had a pretty decent workout week. Before Peloton came into my life, which has only been about 45 days now, or maybe just 40 days now. I honestly used to commit to at least 3 to 4 days a week in the gym. And, I used to say, and there was some weeks or some days I was like, the gym gonna get what the gym gonna get this week, because I just didn't have it in me. Of course, it takes a lot more effort for you to like decide what you're gonna put on, drive to the gym or wherever you work out and get it done, and then come back home and still got to do whatever it is that you have to do. But with this bike, I really don't have much excuses. So I have honestly been getting something in every single day since I've had the bike, which is like, again, about 40 days. And it's been a good journey so far because it's keeping me active. And I always say, especially to peers of mine or friends of mine who have like similar parallel lives to mine, where our days and nights are long and full, do something. If you just do something and be consistent with that something, you don't have to, I don't believe that you have to do, make all these lifestyle changes all at one time. But if you start to adopt, certain things in stages, and then become a lifestyle, then I think it makes it a lot easier for you to number one, sustain it, to maintain and sustain. And number two, you'll start to see, fruits of your labor. A lot of times when we do quick things, just speaking from experience, quick, fast things that kind of get you to where you want to be really quickly, it don't last. It's not sustainable. And so I just think a lifestyle making it a lifestyle is like the most important thing. So I say all of that to say, see, I'm a talker, that with Peloton and all that it comes with, the platform and everything, you are able to do something even on those days that you say, I'm just resting today. I actually was able to get some rest days in, but they turned into be an active rest day. And I'll share that with you as well. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with saying that I did something every day this week, which I did, and I wasn't heavy hitting every single day. Number one, it's very important that you listen to your body and you follow whatever your body is telling you, because if you're doing too much, you're gonna feel it. The next thing I can reflect on for this week is that I neglected, regretfully so, to do a lot of stretching. Now, I'm sitting here before you or in front of this camera, in front of this camera, and my body is tight. I am in so much pain. No matter which way I move, I feel it. And that's a result of not stretching after or before every workout this week. And not only did I do some heavy lifting and things this week, but then I decided to take on a home improvement project. And I put in like 6 hours maybe on Friday evening. And then Saturday, which was yesterday, I put in like another 8 hours, with breaks in between. And so I was doing a lot of work and my body felt it. And I was so tired last night and the night before that I still didn't do a stretch, after I did all that work in the home. So, it's very important that's a part of taking care of yourself. I am going to treat myself tomorrow, which I try to do once a month anyway, and we'll talk about another video, but a 90-minute deep tissue massage, just to kind of get those kinks out, to kind of reset for my workout week this coming week. So I'm paying the price for it, literally. Paying the price for it. Anyway, so this week, let's just start off with how my week went. So Sunday, I actually hit, at the time, I may have been 40 days in with this bike, I think, and I hit my 75th ride. Such a big deal for me, because I would have never thought that I would have gotten on a bike and cycled that many times. Now, again, as I mentioned with Peloton, that could have been a 5-minute ride, that could have been a 10-minute ride, 30-minute rides. I did do some 40-minute rides, but they weren't classes. They were what they call just rides, where you are getting on the bike. There's no class. You're just pedaling. And it's calculating all of your stats, how fast you're going, the resistance, the time, your calories. It's still doing all of that for you, but you're not in a class. You're going at your own pace, listening to your own music, or watching your TV show, or whatever you're doing, and you're just riding. So I did a couple of those in there. So out of all of those different time increments, I got up 75 in, and I'm proud of that. So the next milestone in Peloton, because it goes 25, 50, 75, then 100, 150, that kind of thing. And it goes up. I mean, there's people that are in groups that I am also a member in that are at the 2000th ride, and not there yet, but I'm sure I'll get there in the months and maybe years to come. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Now that ride that I took on Sunday to mark my 75th ride, I decided to choose, I'm Caribbean, right? So I decided, let me make it a Caribbean ride. So I chose a ride by a particular instructor. If you all have Peloton, her name is Allie Love. She has a Marshall Montano ride. He is a big time Trinidadian artist. And if anyone knows anything about his music or soca music, period, you know that the music is very upbeat. It's all of this. It's very, you jumping around, you can't sit still listening to soca music. I don't care who you are. And so what was I thinking I was going to get if I took a class that featured only his music? What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking, because when I tell you that class gave every bit of high intensity, every bit of palpitation, my heart was pounding. I was looking at this instructor like, are you crazy? She was just going, it was a climb ride. I don't know if it was just, it had intervals, but I'm not sure if it was classified as just intervals or Tabata ride or whatever, but it just kept getting more and more and more intense. And then when we got down to the last couple of minutes, I'm thinking, okay, she's going to bring us down. She said, we're going to go out with a bang. And I was like, no more banging, please. Anyway, with all that being said, of all the dramatics through that class, it was a 30-minute class too, I kept saying, when is these 30 minutes going to be up? With all of that being said, I actually, what they call PR'd, which is I broke my personal record. So compared to another high intensity class I had taken before that was 30 minutes, I had actually beat my record during that class. And so I guess all that pushing and tugging and the wheel, the pedals kept getting stickier and stickier and stickier. I guess it all paid off. And so my thighs were thighing that day, and they were thighing the next day. So the next day I had an active rest day. I think the next day, and you'll see later on, I may have done like, I don't know, like a meditation and a yoga and just some chest and back reps or whatever, a class. So did not stretch on my active rest day. I think during the week also there were a couple of classes that I really warranted a good stretch, and I think I just kind of ran out of time, or I just other things was in my way. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't do it. And like I say, I'm paying the price for it now. And then also this week, if I can think of, so I may have had a couple of active rest days this week. I did get a chance to do, for the first time, a 30-minute strength class. And, I don't know, I was a little intimidated by taking a 30-minute strength class when I used to take hour classes in the gym. So I don't know what that's about. But anyway, I took a 30-minute one, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I will take more. I actually bookmarked that class. I intend to take more of those types of classes. The weights were heavy that I chose. And so I felt the pain the next day after that class as well. So anyhow, I'd love to hear what your week was like. So please drop it down below. Let a girl know kind of how did you contribute to your journey this week for physical fitness. Again, right after this clip, you're going to get a chance to get a clip of all of the workouts that I kind of enjoyed this week. And I'm hoping that you'll be inspired by this journey. I want to be inspired by you. It's not like, it's one and done. You clicks and you get it and you're good to go for the rest of your days. No, along the journey, there's motivation that needs to be had. Especially if you feel as if you're not meeting your goals. I don't get on the scale as much like I used to. I did purchase a scale that actually measures more than just my weight. It measures, I think, everything in my body. It's a nice scale. There's like electrodes or whatever on the scale. So when you stand up on it, it measures your bone mass. It measures your visceral fat, how much fat is in your stomach, your subcutaneous fat, how much water, what percentage of water is in your body, what percentage of bone versus everything else you have. It's a great scale, and I got that scale. I purchased that scale for the purpose of wanting to know all the aspects of what I'm doing, like all the, because sometimes you get on the scale and let's just say you've been doing a lot of lifting, right? But you've been going hard, you've been working out, and you get on the scale and you see that you haven't lost any weight, or maybe you've gained. But then you have to understand, well, you've been lifting, so you're not going to necessarily see weight loss because that fat has turned to muscle, and so really kind of honing in on all the dynamics, everything that contribute to your overall weight. Not just the BMI, not just the weight, there's other factors there. And so that's why I purchased that scale, and I am glad that I did. So I still don't get on it often. I try to get on it at the most once a week, but at least twice a month if I can. I'll get on it and I get a chance to see it, even if the scale numbers didn't, your weights didn't go down, everything else is in the green, so that you're doing something. So try those scales out if you want to kind of get a holistic picture of what's going on with your body, opposed to just that one factor, which is your weight. That's just my little tidbit for you. But stay tuned for some clips of this week, and I'll pop back in. Okay, kicking the week off with Sunday, January the 9th. My workout started off with a 10-minute meditation. a 10-minute yoga, which is focusing on the hips, followed by a 10-minute core strength class. I had a great low impact 10-minute ride. And then I have a lightweight and arms class, which is 10 minutes. And finally, I had a 30-minute Soka ride, which was my 75th ride, my milestone. And I actually beat my personal record during that class. Okay, so for Monday the 10th, I actually had an active rest day. I planned on not doing anything at all, but decided to do something. So I started my day off with a 10-minute Savasana yoga. And then that was followed by a 20-minute slow flow yoga. Then lastly, I decided to do a 10-minute chest and back with Adrienne Williams. And that was it for my day. Okay, for Tuesday the 11th, I started my day off with a 5-minute patience meditation. That was followed by a 10-minute core class, a 5-minute warm-up ride, and then I had a 15-minute climb ride, a 15-minute low impact ride, and I ended my workouts with a 20-minute hip hop full body strength. I didn't do any stretches that day. Boo. Okay, for Wednesday the 12th, I had a pretty light day. I started off with a 30-minute hip hop full body strength class, and that was followed by a 30-minute R&B ride. And then lastly, I decided to do a 10-minute what they call just ride. What I did not do was any stretching, so I definitely paid the price for that. Always, always, always get a stretch in. Okay, for Thursday, I think my body needed a rest from the heavy lifting I had done the day before. So I decided to make Thursday an active rest day. I had a 20-minute meditation, which was great, and it followed by a full body stretch that helped get those kinks out. We made it to Friday, so Friday turned into a day of rides because that's all I did. I started off with a 5-minute pre-ride stretch, and then that was followed by three 10-minute low impact rides. So I had about 30 minutes of ride altogether, and I did not stretch that day. I regret that decision. So as you can see, I had a very interesting week. But everything I did contributes to my overall journey. And I am just, inspired to just keep it moving, keep on moving, and always do something to, and it also makes you feel better. It does tie into your mental health. I mean, when you're on this bike or any other piece of equipment or whatever you're doing, if you're outdoors and you're jogging, running, walking, all of those things just, they serve to be therapeutic sometimes, at least for me. You kind of just like dumping out your day through sweat while you're working out. Walking is probably my first love when it comes to physical fitness or just working out, because to me, it does more than check off the physical fitness box. But like I say, it's a moment for me to reflect, to think on things, listen to a podcast, whatever, and just wholly get me together. And so, whatever your niche is, I can't say that word. Niche. I say niche because my mother say niche. Whatever your niche is, find it, identify it, and use that, to bring you to that place of wholeness and that place of wellness. Thank you again for joining. Again, I appreciate you. Do not forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, share with your friends. Give me some suggestions. I'm here to bring to you. So give me some suggestions as well. I would love to hear them, and I love to get your feedback as well. So thank you again, and take care and be blessed. Be whole. Be whole.